Okay, guys, quick little video about your assignment today. We've been working on systems of equations, but the one thing I feel like we're still struggling to get a hold of is being able to look at two equations and tell what type of solution is happening, okay? So let's just review a couple things first here. If they have the same slope, so the same m, they're going to be no solution. Okay, because that means they're going to run parallel to each other. They're never going to cross. If they have different m's, doesn't even matter what the y-intercept is. So remember, the m is this number right here next to the x. If these are different, then they have one regular solution, because that just means they're going to cross each other once. The only way it's going to be infinite solutions is if the equations are literally exactly the same. So they have the same slope. Okay, now it's not going to look right, but they have the same slope and the same y-intercept. So on this one here, if you look at it, you're like, okay, they do not have the same slope at all, so it's just one regular solution. But then when we look at this one, notice how like this one is in the correct format. It's y equals negative 2x plus 4. So I know this is my slope, but currently in the form that this is in, I can't tell what the slope is. So some of these equations you may have to isolate the y. So all that's left for me to do is divide by 7. And guys, this little drawing tool in here is great when it comes to Khan Academy. But anyway, these will cancel. So I'll have left over y equals negative 14 divided by 7 is negative 2. And then 28 divided by 7 is 4. And then you're like, oh, well, look at that. It's literally the exact same equation. So the slope and the y-intercept are the same. So it's infinite solutions. When I look at this one, it's at first glance, you're like, okay, they have the same slope. So the second you notice they have the same slope, you should be like, all right, that means it can't be this one. The second you have the same slope, it has to be one of your special solutions. So then you're like, okay, same slope, but these are different. So it's no solution. So again, like this one, you got to do a little work first. So you're going to subtract 6 over. Like, let me show you this example I have. You have to get them in slope-intercept form. Remember, that's y equals mx plus b, because you need to be able to tell what the m is. But if I'm going to do this, I would subtract. Let me do a different color so you can see a little better. I would subtract 2x from both sides. You can't actually subtract those. You're just moving it over. So your new equation would be y equals 10 minus 2x, or usually I just pull this slope first. So negative 2x plus 10. And then on this one, I got to bring the 6x over first. I'm going to do plus 6x plus 6x. So let me rewrite what I have here. So I got 3y equals, and again, I'm going to rewrite this where the x comes first because it's just a little easier to read that way. And then your last step would be divide everything by whatever's next to the y. So my final equation here would be y equals 6 divided by 3 is 2. And then 12 divided by 3 is 4. And so at first glance, you're like, oh, yeah, they both have a 2, but one's positive, one's negative. So they actually do not have the same slope. So this would be one regular solution. Okay, hopefully that made a little bit of sense. As always, email me if you get stuck, and I hope you all have a good day.